on Twitter, and of course YouTube. So I wanted to put together something for us to use, and or anybody really to access and use, because I know right now what's going on with virtual learning. Some teachers are lost and don't know where to start, and some of us are just looking for some help and assistance. So I created this digital lesson plan that very similar to what I use with my students at school, but I wanted to take a lot of my videos. If you've been watching lately, I've been posting a lot from at home from my garage, but then ones from my website as well that use, and I'll show you like some how I put them in here and changed so that the kids can find stuff at home to use. But the reason that if you found this, if you've already watched the video before you've gotten this in your Google Drive, or you've already got a copy of this in your Google Drive, awesome. So this is just kind of basically what you can do to use it and everything like that. So it should force you to make a copy of this Google Slide presentation straight into your whatever account you're logging into. The reason for that is because I've shared some things, and what's happening right now is I'm getting lots of requests for access to the files, and unfortunately I can't give them the access because the district that you work in blocks their domain, blocks the ability to get files from other owners, even though it's set up for anybody can use the link. So by it being making a copy in your drive, one, you can change and modify and fix things as you want, or add things or take things out. The other reason is for that. So when you go, if you're going to use this with your students or parents and share it with them, then they can access it because it'll be in your drive. You're under the domain of that school district instead of mine, and so it'll help quite a bit with that. So as long as the whole copy thing works, I'm pretty sure it will, but time will tell. I haven't done it yet, but I will after the video is done. So here is the digital lesson in a nutshell. I know every district's different in terms of timing of how long the kids are spending on different courses and stuff like that. So I wanted to keep it real simple and not take up a lot of parents' time when it comes to this. So I broke this digital lesson down to warm up, skill focus, and cool down activity. There is also a slide at the end that has some debriefing questions the kids would just answer themselves. That would also be a great place if you have to collect data. You could put in like a Google form or something there as well, and they can fill out the form and you can collect your data that way. All right, so let's break this down. Again, this should be now, once you get a copy, you should be able to change and manipulate it to see fit for you. So as you go through, right here, you got a couple choices on your warm-up. If you have other warm-ups you want to throw up here, hey, perfect, awesome. Sorry, you can't change these at all. These are just images that I've pasted in. So these are linked within the slideshow itself. Everything should stay within this Google slideshow. Nothing should bounce you out of this. No, actually, I take that back. That hero in training might. Again, this one might be the problem you may have with this. The kids may try to access it and have issues they can't access it because it's under my file name kind of deal. So that's the only thing you may have a hiccup on. So what it does, if you've never linked anything, so if you're going to do this stuff and you want to link it, so you highlight if it's a picture or if it's words, you can select the words, and you just hit this little link button right here, and then that will pop up a window whether you want it to be a slide inside here, or if you want to put an external link to, like I have here, to a website. Either way, so that's how you would link things. So if I click here, as you saw, it will take it'll take you to the fitness part where you can pick any one of these activities. So if they select color dash to do, they're going to, it's written directions as well, what they need, how to set it up, and how to do the activity. There's also the video that links back to the channel. Again, it'll play right here. It won't take them to my channel, so that's really good. It's all in one place. And then, of course, they would do the activity, and they click all done, and it'll take them to the next part of the lesson. The one thing I wanted to show real quick is what I did and how I incorporated some of the activities that are on my YouTube channel currently. So here's one from my website channel, YouTube channel, whatever you want to call it. And here I put for replacement equipment, because in some of the videos I have bowling pins. So over here in written placements, it says replacement equipment. It'll say, for like if it's a bowling pin for a target, use examples would be blah 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 XYZ. So hopefully the activities can be done at home, but here are some things you can do to fix that. These are just those. If you haven't seen my little Bang Fitness cards, it's an external link that takes you to these exercise cards. Pretty cool. It's a free resource on my website, but it's right there. If you haven't, if parents want to print them off, they can. There's a lot in there though. So here we'll do it this way. We'll go down here and it'll jump us to our skill focus. Now with a lot of these, there's a decent amount in each of them, but some of them cross over. So there are some that are balloon ones, but they're also cooperative activities, or there are some that or from balloons that belong to striking. So I put them in both locations just to see, just so that it's easier to navigate and find things, I guess, as well. And so if we click on it and we go to striking, here we go. Here's our little setup. You can click any one of these and it will take them to that part of the page. Woo! There you go. All right. Now, once they do this activity, same thing. Here's everything rent. Here's the video. You go to Google Slide. Now it's going to take you cool downs. Now these are most of these up here. These are ones that Kevin Tiller put on his channel, so they're linked to his channel. And these were some other mindful minute type videos that I found I threw on there. You could put any videos you want on here as well, or if you want to make a different slide, go for it. And then we go from here, we go to the next slide, which is the debrief questions. Real basic and simple, nothing too engaging. This is where you can go in depth if you want to. If you wanted to throw that Google form in there, go for it. And then all done, it automatically goes to the last slide. And you don't have to keep that guy on there. That's me. You can put your own picture in there. You can change that up. You can even delete that whole slide if you want to. So again, choice is yours. I do want to show you that at the end, if you see where I'm scrolling here, at the end of each section, so this is striking. So the very last slide after striking, it's not linked to anything because I wanted to leave a basic one for you. So if you find other videos that you want to plug into this to use, if I start making some other ones and you're like, oh man, Ben doesn't have that one, I'm going to throw this on there too. I don't care whatever videos you use. If you make your own, which is awesome because nobody likes seeing me. They much rather see you as the teacher, which is fantastic. Of course, you can change the activity name to whatever the activity is. Here's a breakdown for your equipment setup. I put a letter here because if I don't, then I always have to go back and undo the bold print for the equipment setup and activity. So there's always just one letter to start it with. So here's where I left a space for a video. So if it's something through a video and you've never inserted a video on Google Slide, it's easy. It's no different than when you go to image and select one to upload for image, except for you just go down to video. And you can either do a search or you can do it by URL. So if it's a YouTube channel, you can go to YouTube, copy the YouTube link, come in here, you paste the YouTube link, and then you'll go down and click select. I don't have one right now currently set up that way, but that's pretty much how you would do that. And then it will pop up here and you can resize it, change and move it just like how I moved mine. So that like I said, each section has there, and the tab at the bottom is set up to go to, well, it's right now 67. So as you add slides in there, these will automatically change to the actual slide it's supposed to go to. So if I did another slide and clicked on here, the next time it would say go to slide 68, because then that would be whatever the cooldown one. Okay, so see, it's 67. So they're all set up to do that. So hopefully you won't have to do that on the tabs, per se. So hopefully you find this useful, whether you send it to parents, whether it's something you use, or just a resource. I just wanted to get something out, and hopefully that everybody's staying healthy and everybody is finding ways to get active, and just keep on moving.